jazz pianist when working with a singer and with a band at the same time can be challenging. So I decided in this video to talk about some of the techniques that you can use when put into that situation. I've recorded myself over top of a recording of Billie Holiday singing God Bless the Child. I mean, if you're going to work with a vocalist, you might as well work with the best, right? And we're going to look at some areas of this recording that I can talk about that can really help you put yourself into that situation and be a much better piano player for it. All right, let's go ahead and listen to the recording right from the beginning. So you'll notice that the vocalist is in the background. That's because I EQ'd out as much of the band as I could and I put her a little bit behind so we can focus on the piano. So what we've heard so far, and one of the most important things when put into that situation, is that you work with the arrangement that there is. Now, I didn't have a written arrangement, I just had to kind of hear it. So you can hear from the beginning that I'm playing along with the other band members on this intro. So you can hear that the arrangement comes back in at the end of that 10-bar section. So it's an interesting form, God Bless the Child. There's 10 bars in the A section and B sections, and then there's an 8-bar bridge, and then back to a 10-bar 8 section. So it's a little bit odd in that regard. So what's really important in terms of technique when you're working with a vocalist like Billie Holiday is to stay out of her way, or stay out of any singer's way for that matter. Play in the background, it's not about you. The audience is more fixated on the vocalist. So your job and your role is to cover the chords and maybe fill a little bit in between the vocal phrases. So I'm playing fairly simply behind her. Just the chords aren't that thick or rich. They're just sort of following the singer along. All right, let's play the next A section and we'll talk a little bit about the techniques that I'm using.
Yes, the strong gets more while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make a grave.
One of the things that I did there was I descended in thirds like this, down to the E flat. So it's a 2-5-1 of E flat major. It's nice to use those thirds because it really fits the period. You have to think about the fact that this was recorded in the 50s. You don't want to play too modern. And of course, depending on the vocalist that you're playing with, you kind of pick and choose the style that you want to play in. I think that's a really interesting part of the arrangement where the horns go like this. The left hand descends in 2-5 dominant 7th chords, starting from F7 sharp 9 and just going down in half step. And the melody along with that. And then to G minor. So the last chord before the G minor is a D7 sharp 9 chord. So D7 sharp 9, and then G minor at the bridge. So the bridge is interesting. It's mostly G minor. It's like a blues, really bluesy feel, especially going along with Billie Holiday singing. And then I play some sort of scale from the 2/5 leading back to G minor. That's one of the few times when I'm playing close to what the melody is. You have to be really careful about that. You have to be confident that the singer is going to sing the notes of the melody kind of as written. So that's important. When the singer is doing their thing, you don't want to do something that's slightly different than what they're doing. So if you're going to copy the melody, make sure you can pick the times when they're going to match. I've done that a few times where the chord happens, and in this case it's a D7 sharp 9 chord, and then I sidestep it. So just go by a half step. You'll also notice that I'm working on different inversions of the chords when I'm filling space. It's not all about lines, like it's about making different chord inversions like this. So a 2-5-1 of E flat would be You'll notice there that I kind of went quickly up the scale. Again, I'm filling space in between the vocalist phrases. All I did was a 2-5 of C minor. I did something like this. And I think it's good to do things like that. You just have to be careful that you don't do it too much. Let's check out a little bit of the piano solo. Of course, the role of the pianist when performing his solo is just to kind of stand out. So you can do a lot more with it. Let's listen to it.
But God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his
I didn't want to take up too much time with the solo on this video, but I did play an entire chorus. I'll put a link to that chorus up here in the corner. You can go check that out. It's just basically a YouTube short. I hope you enjoyed this video about how to play with a vocalist. Of course, many of us would just love to play with Billie Holiday, but that's never going to happen. There's a few ideas that you can use to sound great in the band and behind the vocalist at the same time. Thanks for listening. Think about liking and subscribing. And if you're looking for more videos on how to be a great jazz pianist, I got a video on how to crack the code of using great chord voicings. I think you should check out that video next. It's right here.